My name is Nnuro. I am the Curator of Special Projects at the Stanley Museum of Art. I am also the manager of the exhibition Drawn Over, in addition to its related programming, including this hide painting workshop that we are currently in the midst of.
So my name is Jacki Rand. I'm a professor of history at the University of Illinois. The Stanley Museum, Lauren, invited me to lead a team working with Derek to create this show that eventually became called Drawn Over. As part of my own work around community engaged scholarship, I wanted to involve the Meskwaki Settlement, which is just down the road from the university, and to help the Stanley start to create a relationship with the Meskwakis. As you can see, it's a vibrant community. There are a lot of artists here. There's a lot of cultural heritage here. And so I identified Michael Galban as somebody who could come in and do a hide painting workshop with community people, with students.
My name is Michael Galban. I'm the director of Ganondagan and the Seneca Art and Culture Center in upstate New York. And I'm a Washoe and Mono Lake Paiute. So I was invited here to the Meskwaki Settlement, and my role is as facilitating a workshop on traditional hide painting to expose people to an early art aesthetic from that early 18th century, but also like technique and how to prepare pigment and how it was done long ago, and hopefully invigorate some hide painting within the community.
And so it's a blended group of students and community-based people working together around this, with this amazing material culture expert who has taken them through the steps of grinding pigment out and adding the materials needed to turn it into paint. And we secured hides from Oklahoma, and the hides are here, and people are making bags and painting them.
So what I did is I brought this mineral, this stone from New York, really not too far from where there was still a Meskwaki community along the Genesee River. And you just basically use a flat stone and you grind pigment, and you want it as fine as you can. So you use a fairly smooth stone. You don't want big chunky pieces. You want to use nice finely ground pigment. And then this is the paint here, and that's the color.
This was an amazing process. Michael was great explaining how to do everything, and we've done everything step by step. We got to make our own paint, and I realized how much of an effort is involved in doing this. We had to have, the hides smoked and shipped in, and so it's kind of a big team effort just to get to this point. So it's pretty amazing.
My niece, she posted on Facebook that there was going to be this happening, and I just thought it looked really interesting, and I was more interested in the native aspect of it, because I love to be native.
So this type of painting is not like a brush, because it has to actually be pushed into the hide. It not only exists on the hide, but it exists within the hide. You're pushing it into the pores. And so in this case, you use basically a stylus. So he's using a wooden stylus, just basically a stick that has a blade end. But essentially that's what's going on. It's like working that pigment into the hide itself.
Yeah, this is the first time when I work here as a language teacher, and I've seen the posters, but as well as the teacher here kind of talking about it. So
Well, actually, Miss Short was the one who gave me the permission slip to do this. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, in my mind, I just think of it as like painting, just with a few more steps that makes it a little harder.
I think it's really cool. I learned about the egg part. That's the most interesting part.
Well, I've kind of made design. Like I said, I'm in the bear clan, and so that's a bear claw, and claws down here. And then red, I guess we had red to represent Meskwaki, Mesk meaning red or blood. And the black represents the, I mentioned, with the Dukan group.
Well, this one, it's it's a character I made up like 2 years ago who I called Frank the Robber, where he's just a robber and that's it.
To be embraced by this community, to be trusted by this community is a privilege that we at the Stanley Museum of Art do not take lightly. I have been so honored to spend this day here, to learn how to make pigment, you know.
I think all of my students would really love to get to experience this, so it's something I'd love to do in the classroom.
I mean, it would be pretty cool to have stuff like this. Like, maybe try making it a class or something. Like, well, you'll also learn about the history of what the stuffs are.
This is the first time that I've ever done anything like this, as far as like painting on hide, which is really, it's like really interesting, and just to know, you know, like this is how my ancestors used to make art, and do things like this is like so like fascinating, and it's just like I'm like getting back in touch with my ancestors.
The Terra Foundation has given us the funds to be able to do this kind of creative programming, to bring Michael Galban in, to come over to Meskwaki Settlement, to work with the school and the teachers, and this is an amazing workshop. It's gone perfectly.
I've taken so much away from this project. I have been embraced into a community that in fact feels like home for me. And I'm just so thankful to the Terra Foundation for American Art, but I'm also especially thankful to Jacki for trusting us and taking us on this journey with her. It really has been a wonderful privilege, and this is only the beginning. The Stanley Museum is intensely committed to community engagement. So this is a run that we have enjoyed. This is a run that we have learned from, and we are eager to enter other communities in the future and bring art, and not only just art, but to restore people's faith in art.